Hello everyone and welcome to the Dassem Show episode 16. And well, I'll jump right into the news because I don't have any definite news. But as I have a hunch of what is about to happen, and I'm saying hold on to your free XP, you're gonna need it soon. There are French tanks coming. Of course I don't know anything about how soon, but I've got this feeling it's not far away. Happy New Year! What else do I need to say today? I have a video running in the background here. It's nothing special, but there's two things in this game that annoy me more than most things, and more than AFK players and things like that. One is people who are blocking, be it intentionally, that's worse, but of course also unintentionally, blocking by ignorance. So blocking is one thing you will see in this video, and well, not exactly blocking. It's a bit of a special, not special. It's common. It's very common, and it's annoying me like crazy. Other thing is something you will also get to see this episode. I'm saving it for later. But well, I'll jump right into saying a bit about the gameplay. You can see in the background here, I'm in the Jag Tiger, 128mm gun, decent accuracy, highest DPM in game, and there are reds available for the picking across the map. So I'm maneuvering into position. And what do I see on the other side but a tortoise? Well, that's also one of the biggest DPM machines in the game, and great gun, great accuracy, very hard to pen. I have shots at him, I'm taking shots at him, I'm killing him here. I just did one more shot at him, I'm almost reloaded, and well, look at this. Panther 2 driving right in front of me, preventing me from shooting the tortoise, and also autoloader driving up behind him, preventing him to go back from his blocking me. This was very, very nice teamwork to save that tortoise. They couldn't have done it better had they tried. Well, that's the the one thing I wanted to show from this match here. So, well, what else about today's episode? It's this could have been the longest episode ever, but I'm not gonna make that long an episode. I'm gonna include some things that are of interest. Most of the mastery matches, though, I'm going to move over to separate videos. Just release the single mastery matches. So, first of all, because I've been struggling a lot, I need to. Whenever I get a question about some tank, how do you play it, how should you play it, and I think, okay, I have a video where I can show it, and it's one of the Dassem shows, and I have 15 shows, and each of them are 45 minutes, and I don't know which one it's in, so I want them to be just pure mastery videos, because then they're really easy to locate the right match. Anyway, this match is being won, and nothing else special happens, so let's move on. One thing I've seen plenty of the last weeks is abuse in chat, especially directed at whoever lives the longest, from the whoever dies first, and it's on such unreasonable grounds that it's given that it's completely baffling me. And well, I include this match in the background because of this. It ends with what I would call some uncivilized behavior, and completely without reason. Completely. You can see it's a supremacy match. I'm in the slow ST1, and I'm rushing up here. want to prevent the Reds from taking this base and, if possible, take it myself. Keeping my eyes open. And there's no one here. So I managed to rush behind here. There's the enemy E100. I kept this base. Okay, while you see me doing this, I'm going to talk about something else, which is the unbelievably poor quality of players I've seen over the last few weeks. Getting worse every day, up until at least yesterday. It would be Saturday the 7th. The amount of completely useless players have been beyond anything I've ever seen in Blitz. Completely. It's like being in tier 2 matches. All the tiers, even tier 9 and 10. Completely horrible. Well, I'm hoping this is a passing thing. Well, in the background you can see me killing E100 on my own. There's someone else pushing from the other side, but he's not damaging the E100, so I'm side scraping with my STI here, or sorry, ST1 it should be. STI is a Subaru, and we're quite comfortably killing off this this E100. Well, sooner or later. E100s, by the way, are the it's my personal little issue with tier 10. That I very rarely come across anyone doing anything useful in a E100. I was a bit. You've noticed my last shot. I chose to shoot at the turret of the IS instead because I had troubles getting clean shots at the E100. My premium ammo in this tank is heat and I couldn't shoot through the debris, so well, his premium ammo is also heat, so I decided to keep the debris in place and shoot at this IS instead. Well, anyway, we killed him eventually, and now there's this IS-4, he's also dying, and well, I think it's about this time it starts, things start happening in chat. ST noob, I think it says. Yeah, that's. I'm wondering really why I just killed a higher tier tank. I kept a base. I'm writing seriously here because yeah, found it just unbelievable that for some reason I'm being singled out as a noob here. And there's the timer reaching 1000 and. Because half because of my capturing, and we're winning, even if it's 5 against 5, and somehow I'm the noob. Well, I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. You can see I did 2nd damage. Here's the guy who called me a noob. I just had to look at his stats just to see what he was meant with it. Yeah, I can't see him doing well. Sorry, that was not the guy. Well, I can't see how I was the noob on this team. But anyway, let's just move on from this. As I said, a lot of impolite behavior in game. Another issue I hear about a lot is people saying AG shots should not bounce and it must be a bug. And well, in this battle you can see me, I'm up against a tortoise with very few hit points left, and I'm figuring 150mm gun, surely a high explosive shell against this yellow parts of the tortoise will kill it off, and I shoot, and as you can hear, I just dinged them. Well, first of all, we just dinged them is the signature message, meaning we did no damage. I didn't ding him. The high explosive shell went off. It probably hit the gun or something, and or at least some part where it couldn't do any splash damage, and did 0, and so I get the message we dinged them. But it's not a bug, it's just the easy solution to make the voiceover in the game easy but not precise. That's that. This clip I'm adding because of the sheer comedy value and the Zerg factor. I'm on the Supremacy map in False Creek, and I'm going alone against Bridge. I know this is something I hate when people do, but I'm confident that at least I can do my own hit points in damage, and I can stall the Reds a bit, maybe even keep them there for a long time. A lot of heavy tanks on the red team, and I'm the only slow tank on my team, so I'm setting up here, starting to deal damage, and so far so good. If I can trick them into thinking there is a sizable force on this side, maybe they won't rush me. I'm bouncing incoming fire and, well, a bit pressed for space for maneuvering there, taking some track damage in return. T-28 is surprisingly hard in the front, and, well, over the last few weeks it has it felt a bit like other players don't know about premium ammo, so it's been a good time to drive solid tanks. Well, Jagged Panther is getting, but no, they're coming for me. Oh no, there's Lova, and it's the IS-3, and they're all of them. Yeah, here comes the fast tanks. They're all coming for me. There's 4 tanks, 5 tanks, and it's a proper Zerg moment. I'm trying to do some damage here, and well, if you watch carefully, you can also see the trouble with aiming without going into sniper mode on the PC. It's impossible to hit anything precisely, even at this range. I keep bouncing. Well, that was a proper Zerg moment, but our team has kept the base. They're coming around behind the Reds. Reds are caught in an unfortunate position, and we win. But it was a proper surge moment. So. This match I'm adding just to promote American medium tanks a bit. From the M4 up, I think they're all simply brilliant. Best mediums of their tier, every tier. Well, this may not be the best of its tier because it has to compete against the Centurion 7.1 and the T-54, but there's a thing about American mediums. They allow me to do what I feel the team needs. They're not the fastest, they're not the best armored, they don't have the most firepower, not the best guns, they're not the best at anything, but they have enough mobility, enough flexibility that they allow me to help the team the way I feel the team needs to be helped. So if I don't win in one of them, I feel there's no one but myself I can blame. I had the tool that could have done the job. Here you see a M60, another tool that could have done the job, and, well, it doesn't this time. Staying on him here, not switching target, we want to wear him down. And you see, this is a good position for the pattern. I'm only revealing my turret, coming back in and out of cover, snapping off shots more or less successfully. T-54 in this position is a very hard target, unless he misjudges his angles or something. I went for the tracking shot and got it there, kept him there well without any result. Here you see the pattern, American medium. It can do this, it can go over, it can climb hills fast, it has gun depression, it can get off the shots that other tanks will struggle with. It has all the qualities. It can be sneaky, it can shift about, it can change its role in a blink of an eye. Unlike most other medium tanks who are good at one thing and bad at another thing. And I feel I don't have the M48 yet, I have the M60 but not the M48, so I don't know how this line really ends, but well, as I was saying, from the M4 up, these tanks all share the same qualities. We have controlled the top. We ammo rack the T-54. That's one of the small things they've added to the T-54 to make up for it being blatantly OP. They've made it very susceptible to ammo rack damage, which makes it a bit of a weird tank. It's a bit unreliable. Very good, but not the most reliable. So we're cutting across here. We're up a lot of tanks, and yeah, there's really no way we can lose this now, but you can see the pattern. It makes good time crossing over to the other edge of the map. Good enough to help sweep up some of the damage here. There's an IS-8 up behind me here, or in front of me, but I would rather try to help my teammate who is stuck on that corner crying for help. Alas, it wasn't to be. Well, and we switch up to the IS-8. Actually, yeah, I wonder maybe this was... No. Oh, never mind. Well, we take a hit gladly from him, and we bounce it somehow, and... Well, it's a good match in a good tank. First class only, 3,700 damage, and yeah, double XP is good. And I was low tier, so low tier and top of the scorecard, can't complain about that. For this next match, we're also Supremacy, and this time on Lost Temple. And I'm gonna show you here one of my favorite spots on this map, almost regardless of tank type. Well, I wouldn't go there in a heavy tank, I really wouldn't, but anything that has decent mobility, preferably a turret, but not absolutely required. I like to set up what I call, for lack of a better term, a zone of control from up here. Here I can shoot into the city. I can cover this area under the bridge here, where the reds will often pop up. I can look to the right, where they often come, there, and in front of me. I can cover all approaches towards this area of the map. And yeah, a bit of lag there, ruining my shot. And I'm struggling with some. I think someone is on YouTube or something, somewhere else on the network. You see, even back there, I can get in shots. And when I'm up here, there's really nowhere safe for the reds. They have to, if they want to do anything, they have to move into areas that I can shoot at. And well, I don't know why my gun missed there. It's usually such a good gun. And you have to be really careful here. You have to know, okay, and you know that that tank, the T-54 shot, and I have a few seconds where I don't have to pay attention to that direction. Then when he comes back, I'll be hitting from that side again. And here you can see I'm shooting the tanks under the bridge, bouncing the E100, bouncing the object. As I said, having a good turret is good up here, and it's very rare to come under this kind of attack from all sides up here, but as long as they're shooting at me and missing or bouncing, they're wasting their DPM, and my team is not getting shot. They're saving their health. So, all good. And I'm putting in damage. Not producing a lot of kills here, because I'm taking shots of opportunity, but overall wearing down the red team and restricting their movement. And I've had quite a few mastery matches from up here, so that's a secret spilled. Of course, it has come with a price. I've also had quite a few matches where I've been completely rushed and killed up here. It has to be said. But when it works, it works. And in my opinion, it's at least when you have the proper tank to do it in, then it works more often than not. A lot more often. You can see the reds are falling apart, they are crumbling, and we are in a position where we can even help clean up the last remaining red. Only one kill. But as you can see from the scorecard here, 2,700 damage is quite decent as low tier, and highest damage on the team. And also everyone on the team was able to do damage. The reds had a lot of their attention focused on me, which meant my team took less damage and were able to do more damage without getting shot. And I think it's one of the most important and most overlooked aspects of the team play part of Blitz, the things you can do to make your team better, that does not reflect on the stats. So that's it for the Centurion. Now I'm planning to end this episode with some funny clips, but before that I have one last match to show, and that's in my newest tank. This tank has been a bit cursed, in my opinion. So far it's been really cursed. I've been under 40% win rate with it, and I only have 12 battles yet, and at the moment I'm at 50%. And the tank seems brilliant. It seems really good. It has trollish armor, it has a good gun, it's a trollish turret, if not a solid turret, at least a trollish one. And this tank sort of sums up some of my experience with it so far. I have the matches I've won are matches where there have been some crazy good teams that have carried. Damage has been equally split between everyone, and the other battles, the ones I've lost, have been completely steamrolls against us. So my average damage on it is quite low, despite having done a few high damage battles like this one. And even the high damage battles seem to be losses. And well, it's I'm sure it's a temporary curse, but if it keeps up, I may have to my regret, park it for a month or two and then take it back out again. It has worked on other tanks before. Okay, we're getting shots across the map here. The gun, my impression of the gun so far is that, well, I've heard other people express different opinion. See, someone stole my burn damage. He was burning and they killed him. Well, where did this shot go? It did not hit this Wolftrugger for some reason. And that shot, where did that one go? Well, we don't know. About the gun, I was saying, yeah, it's the same gun that's on the Tortoise, but with a slower reload speed. And I've heard people say that it's better, it's more accurate, it deals better with snapshots. And well, so far that's not my experience. I'm feeling it's less accurate than on the Tortoise, and I'm not complaining about that. It's Tortoise is a slow, immobile, non-turreted tank destroyer, and it should in no way be as it should have some advantages, but it's different to what I've heard other people experience with these tanks. Anyway, we're sitting in the middle of the map and dealing out damage left and right. Getting an annoying amount of bounces, but then occasionally we hit the cupola of the VK-45 at 300 meters distance. So, unreliable gun performance in this battle at least. Not bad, not good, just unreliable. T-32 is starting to become a bother here. So is this IS. I'm moving back to deal with them. And one thing I've learned already on this tank is that I have a pretty reliable turret as long as I keep moving, and yeah. And pretty reliable front armor. At least as long as I don't let the biggest guns go at it. Here's the T-32. And we completely missed the cupola on that one. Despite having nailed one and the VK at 5 times the distance a minute ago. Well, I just have to cut down here before I get surrounded, and I take a shot, unfortunately. Just have to finish off this T-32 as fast as possible, and the match is really close yet. A bit sad about that shot I had to take there, getting out of the sticky situation. You may notice that the lost shots, the unexplainable bounce on the Waffletrager, the unexplainable bounce on the side of the Red Team Conqueror earlier. Both those shots that lost me the game. I can reveal now. It's this close. If I had hit the Waffletrager, killed him earlier. If I hadn't missed the Conqueror, I could have had another shot at the Waffletrager and killed him earlier. And now it's down to me against one red tank. And who is it but the Waffletrager that I am loading high explosive here, hoping to finish him with one shot, but unfortunately he was just too high. Left with 100 and some hit points, and yeah, if one of my shots earlier had gone in, that would have been a win, and instead it's a valiant effort, which is nothing like it used to be. And of course, trust it to Wargaming to first go all the way too far with it, and then to fall back and go too far the other way. What I would like is to for it to give the same XP bonus as a win, the win XP bonus, and it went from being more than the win bonus to being less than it. So it's I'm not happy with it. They went too far both ways, and I think they should find a middle ground. Okay, that's it for the full matches, so we're moving up to a few fun clips before we move on. And we're starting it off easy here with a little shot at a Soviet medium tank with a big gun. And here we go, T-44, look out, and there he is gone. Always fun. One of the reasons why to drive a Borsig. Then is this poor guy who happens to be the last guy standing, and I'm getting sure he has the feeling the whole world wants to kill him. And he's putting up a good fight. He's not really. He's just sitting there and letting his Soviet armor do the job. I'm considering quitting, but then I decided, no, we have to watch this. And they're all coming for him. They all want to kill him, and still he's holding out an amazing long time. This is Soviet armor for you. There's 5 tanks jumping at him and shooting at him, and still it takes forever to get out of there. That's him. Good job. This next clip is for everyone who was ever a fan of the expression coming out sideways, because here's me in my LTTB, and I can see there's a SU. I'm gonna go around him. And then, oops, there's someone in my way, and yeah, that's how you come out sideways perfectly and land sideways in front of someone. Well, as you probably saw there, I felt I had already committed to going over the edge when I noticed the Ferdinand appearing on the radar, and it was a bit too late to stop, so I decided let's just take a shot and then circle of death him, and well, luckily he had just fired, so he was on the reload, and I had a repair kit, so I didn't even have to take a shot. And he's paying the price. And the final clip today is from my box tank, the Su-100Y, one of my favorite tank destroyers in the game. And well, there's 2 shots, but the reason I'm adding this clip is this last kill here. Full health M4. High explosive shell and engine boost. Well, it may be a bit overkill with the engine boost, but he is as dead as they come. So that's everything I had from the Dassem show this episode, and I'll try to get the mastery battles out separate files as soon as I can. And thank you all for watching. Hope it has been entertaining, interesting, educational, and all of that. See you all. Bye.